Welcome to Around the Board, a show where four board game enthusiasts debate board game topics and more. Today we jump back into our usual format and duke it out to see who will walk away with a victory and the chance to get on their soapbox and talk about whatever the heck they want. This is episode 67, and it's being recorded on Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. And we're so glad you joined us for today's train wreck.
There's no trains involved in this.
Not a single one.
Let's meet the hosts. In the blue corner, weighing in at 450 games, not counting expansions, we have the Herald of the Hotness, Daniel Connors. In the red corner, weighing in at 180 games and carrying the show title of Senior Citizen, it's John Theismann. In the yellow corner, weighing in with a mere 70 games, the man who is the current leading candidate for Around the Board Rookie of the Year, Ty Williams. And in the green corner with 253 games is the Garçon of Gab, the man who just won't shut up, Andy Barnett. Thank you for joining us Around the Board. Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hi.
I think Kelly's going to have some words with you, putting Ty as the lead, as the Around the Board
Rookie of the
Year.
Year.
Now, I have a reason for saying that because I believe Kelly was on the show last year.
Okay.
So she
2024
can't be
season.
Rookie of the Year. She's not qualified.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not qualified.
Not
All
qualified.
right. Well, then, yep. It's yours to lose, Ty.
I mean, did Kelly get Rookie of the Year last year, Andy?
No, but she did get her own intro.
She did.
Okay. Fair enough.
We'll add it in
That was
post.
cool.
No, we
That she
won't.
hates.
It's terrible. It's so bad.
It's amazing.
John came up with it, and none of us get the reference but John. But
No, hey, this is actually great. Okay, for anybody who hasn't watched it, has anybody seen Kelly? Kelly at the board game aisle. Okay, I'm watching a Cubs game, and there is a guy named Kelly Carson, and he hits a home run, and the announcer literally sang the song. Seen Kelly, and I was like,
so
Because they all watch Around the Board. That's why.
That's it.
right.
That's it.
What it
that's
is.
right.
Clearly.
Again, Around the Horn went off the air, so who else are they going to watch but Around the Board?
Come on over.
It's
right.
all coming together.
That's
Master
We're a
plan
big
is
tent over
working.
here.
All right. Well, let's get this heavyweight fight started.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
In case you're new around here, Around the Board has 4 unique segments, and the clowns in the squares will be awarded points throughout the show by a behind-the-scenes judge. At the end of the show, someone will win, no shared victories here, and get the microphone all to themselves for up to 2 full minutes.
What?
Yep, that's
I
right.
know.
Round 1, fight!
All right. Round 1 comes to me. We've never done this is for the award-winning Believe It or Not segment, and I don't think we've ever led off a show with the Believe It or Not segment. So for those of you that don't know what this is, I've got a collection of games that are somewhat evenly balanced between real games that are obscure that I just kind of came across or maybe did research on, and some games that I just made up. They're a figment of my imagination.
John,
And
John.
Yes.
I don't mean to
what?
interrupt you, but I went to a lot of work to make you an intro for this segment.
Oh,
Can
there's
I
an
play it
intro?
now? Can I play it?
Sure.
The strange, the bizarre, the unexpected. These are the kinds of subjects a man named
John Theismann
challenged us to.
Believe it or not.
Walking on air.
Wow.
I never thought I could be so free.
Believe it or they cannot believe it.
I don't believe
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
We're not using that.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
That's pretty good. Chris would
Chris
love
would have
it.
loved it. It was so
Yes.
long, so great. Best intro ever. Ty, what'd you think?
Of course, in post,
I
Daniel
mean-
puts an intro in already, but that's fine. We can have 2 intros.
This is the better intro.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Believe It or Not, so half of these games, roughly, are going to be real games. Half games, roughly, are ones I've made up. Ty, I don't know if you've ever watched a Believe It or Not segment, but you're going to lead it off, buddy. You're going to pick a number between 1 and 6. I'm going to say that game, say the year it came out, a brief description, and you're going to tell me whether you believe it or whether you don't. We're going to go around the board. Everybody's going to say whether they believe it or not. If 2 of you jokers get it wrong, I get a point. If any of you get it right, you get a point. So Usually I don't get many points, but we talk about some fun games. So Ty, are you ready, buddy?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, man. Number between 1 and 6. What do you got?
I gotta pick number 6 to start.
Well, there we go. Very end. It's right here already.
Why do you have to?
I don't know. I have a feeling that the number 6 has got to be a fake game, because it's the last one. You got to end it with a fake game.
Now.
He's gaming. He's gaming the system.
I'm gaming the game already.
Gaming the game.
Nice, we like it.
It hasn't even started yet.
He is a young
psychological
Andy.
battle.
He is definitely a young Andy. He's already trying to game it. All right. Well
done. Well done.
Number 6 is Andrew Dice Play from 2002. I don't know if you're old enough to even know who Andrew Dice Clay is, young Ty, but we'll just go into the description. This riotous adult-themed party game will have your group in stitches. Andrew Dice Play is a word game based on the work of the inimitable comedian Andrew Dice Clay. Each of the 2 to 8 dice heads that take part will first roll 5 Andrew dice that contain 1 or 2 adult words or themes featured often in the Dice Man show, such as cigarettes or lubricant on each side. Then 3 nerd dice per player, containing various verbs, conjunctions, and prepositions, are rolled to be used by all players. Quickly try to form the longest possible sentence and try to be the first to hit the dice dinger and shout your sentence while doing your best Dice Man impression. The body fun of this game is infectious. What do you think, Ty? Did Andrew Dice Play actually come out in 2002? Believe it or not.
I think I'm going to stick to what I believed at the beginning and say there's no way. And if it is a real game, I can see why I've never heard of it.
Well, usually I try to pick games that nobody would have heard of. But so you're a no believe?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick no for that.
Okay, no believe, and then it goes to Andy. Andy usually tries to game it on his turn, so we'll see what he says here. Andy, are you a believe or a no believe on Andrew Dice Play from 2002?
Believe it, I not do. That was terrible. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it either. Okay.
Said.
Wow, so I might have already gotten a point.
It
all goes to Daniel-san. What do you think?
Way too
What's your
cheesy to
thought
be real.
process?
That was incredibly too cheesy to be a real game. I don't even know who this person is. This sounds like a lot like the Where Has Anybody Seen Kelly song. So I'm going to assume this is just an obscure.
You don't know who Andrew Dice Clay is?
Really?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Dice isn't a real name.
Aren't you into musicals?
Well, yeah, but not really.
He's known for musicals, isn't he? Doesn't he write musicals or something like that, John?
Wow. Okay, never mind. None of you know who Andrew Dice Clay
Clearly
is.
fake. Because only John knows who he is.
Okay.
You're thinking of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, I am. There you go.
I mean, when you meet one man named Andrew, that you met them all.
Dice Clay, Lloyd Webber. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Wow. Well, believe it or not, Andrew Dice Play did not come out in 2002. It is not real.
Wow. That had to be the most honeyest game that you have ever thought of.
Yeah, that was bad.
Andy?
That was so
Andy?
bad.
That was so bad.
If any of you jokers knew who Andrew Dice Clay was, you would have thought that was a real game. He sold out arenas back in the 80s and early 90s. And we
were in diapers.
How could I forget?
And I never listened to anything that he did until probably last year. And I'm like, oh, literally, it's just nothing funny. And it's just over the top, just filth. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm a minute into this and I'm done. And everybody's just loving it on the show. This must have been unique back then. I don't know. But yeah, he was terrible. But that's why it made sense that he would have this kind of a game and all that. Anyway.
He is also not homeschool approved.
He is not homeschool approved at all.
For sure.
What is homeschool approved is Andy. Andy, what do you want to 1 through 5? What game do you want to try?
1 through 5. I'll go with number 6, please.
We already did 6.
Oh, did we? Okay. Let's go with number 2.
Number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work for? How about this one? Currently on Kickstarter. At least it was when I wrote this down. Trash Dash. Ready to race? Trash Dash is a fast-paced racing game in which 2 to 6 players are street animals competing to be the quickest critter in the city. In this customizable game, you choose your critter, maybe Penelope, the awesome possum, or Winston, the dumpster diving raccoon, and set up the modular track in one of the 6 alleyway layouts using double-sided tiles. Along the way, your critter will be tempted to rummage through trash cans, recycled bins, and discarded boxes for possible advantages. Card-driven gameplay with some hand management and dice rolling. Andy, what do you think? Is Trash Dash a real game? Do you believe it or not?
This sounds like a sequel to Bad Company, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go with it's real, though. I'm going to say it's real.
Okay. We got one believe there. Daniel, what do you say?
I agree that it's real. I feel like that is that not the game that was plastered all over Gen Con in the bathroom and stuff? There was all these little pictures of these little animals that were like doing trashy things, and then there was like a raccoon in a trash booth.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you guys not
I didn't
see
see
this?
that.
No, that was.
I saw the advertisements for the Trash King.
Yeah,
that's not the name of the game, but that was the theme, like the Trash King.
I think you were seeing flyers for the next convention right after Gen Con, which was a furry convention.
Oh,
apparently,
maybe.
But I'm gonna go with I believe it, and I'm gonna stick on the that I saw it at Gen Con, even if you made it up.
Okay. Ty, what do you think, buddy?
Okay.
I'm going to say I think it's real, and also say I don't think I saw it at Gen Con.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think I saw it at Gen Con either. But Trash Dash, believe it or not, is real, and it probably is the same game because it was on Kickstarter when I wrote this, which has been a while back. So, but I did not see it at Gen Con. Maybe I didn't dare use that restroom that Daniel was using. That might have been.
They were in all the restrooms. If you went to Gen Con, help me out here and tell me what it was. It may not have been Trash Dash, but there were a bunch of little like comic strips of like animals doing gross things, and it was like, make sure you wash your hands. Like that was ultimately the result of it.
I don't know what you're.
I can't believe no one saw this. If you've been at Gen Con, let them know so they.
You got to be better about defining what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
I think you're talking about the Doomlings things that you saw all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh,
also, are you assuming
Doomlings
that
after dark?
Our viewers go to the bathroom, Daniel?
Yes.
You can't just assume that. Okay.
Did make that assumption.
You can't just assume
Real
that
gamers wear
restrooms-
Depends.
Oh, all right, Daniel. I think you're up, buddy. 1 through 4.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick number 3.
Number 3.
Right.
How about this? Ice Cube. Who's heard of Ice Cube?
Isn't that the guy on the Law and Order?
Well, it doesn't matter because I think that's Ice-T, but it doesn't matter because it's not about the Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
Ice Cube from 1972. What kid doesn't like to play with ice? In Ice Cube, you freeze water into the shape of your playing pieces. With the included ice tray, take turns moving your Iceman around the waterproof plastic board. Look out! There are potential hazards, including the warm bath, the hot head, a hot metal washer placed on your ice head, and a shower of salt. The last player that melts wins in Ice Cube. Daniel, what do you think? Ice Cube from 1972.
Yeah, I'm going to go with real. I feel like I might have seen this one before, and if I haven't, it's very similar to a game I did have in the 90s called Splat, and it was you made it out of your figures out of Play-Doh, and then you would come along with a foot, and you'd like splat it. So it sounds like an evolution of Splat. So because Splat exists, Ice Cube exists.
Because Splat exists, Ice Cube must exist. Ty, do you agree with that reasoning?
Solid logic.
I mean, I've never heard a board game where you have to change the physical properties of water in order to set it up. It sounds like the most absurd setup ever, but for the 70s, it might just be real. So I'm going to go with, I believe it.
Okay, we got 2 believes. Andy, what do you think? Are you gaming the system? What are you thinking?
I like Ty's logic there at the end because in the 70s, entertainment was what, John? Watching paint dry or ice cubes melt, I guess. So I'm going to go with, that it's a real game.
Well, believe it or not, Ice Cube did come out in 1972. I can't believe you guys thought that was a real game.
Wow.
John,
only in the 70s. Only in the 70s that you would be like, hey, who wants to play a game? Well, let's play it in 3 hours after we make our pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you prepare for it.
And then let's have a hot washer that our kids play with to put on top of the thing and melt it. I'm like, whatever. This thing had to be a mess. But yes, it was real.
John, you might retire this game because I think we just got too good at this.
You guys are insane.
I just know too many games. What can I say? Because
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm
Might be what it
evolving
is.
from enthusiast to expert. Just
Yeah.
I'm going through a
Ooh.
transformation.
Well, we'll just do one more and we'll see if we ever do this segment again. Ty, 1 through 3.
Gotta go with number one.
Number 1.
Gotta be number one.
Okay. Lie detector from 1960. There are 24 suspects. One of them has committed a crime. The players have a number of turns to find the guilty party by interrogating suspects with the lie detector machine. Each player questions a suspect by taking the suspect's card, placing it over the front of the lie detector, and inserting the detector's wand through a hole into the card and into the detector itself. If the testimony is false, a bell rings and the needle points to false. If it is true, the needle points to true. The racketeer says the suspect has a big jaw. If it's true, you know one of the suspects with a big jaw committed the crime. When a player feels confident enough to make an accusation, he checks the guilty card in the machine. If he's right, he wins. What do you think there, Ty? Lie detector in 1960. Is that a real game? Believe it or not.
I'm wondering if they would have actually used this game to solve crimes in the 60s.
They might have.
And wow, I'm really on the fence with this one. I could go either way, I'm thinking.
I could see Joe Friday playing this.
Yeah. I'm
Nobody
gonna
gets
say
that
real.
reference, by the way. Nobody.
I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Dun,
carry
dun,
a
dun,
badge.
dun,
That's right.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to say I think this is real. I
Ooh,
think
Ty thinks it's real.
I believe it.
He
I'll buy
believes
it.
it. There's a believe.
Not
Andy, what do
only
you
is
think?
it real, but it was also used in law enforcement.
That's
Well-
what. Yeah, he says not only was it
True.
real, but it was a real law
It had
enforcement
real
tool.
world application.
That's right. I'm going to go with false.
Andy's a no believe. He says there's no way they made a game that cool in 1960.
No, too innovative. Too innovative. For the
Yeah,
time.
It's all,
there's
it's all up to Daniel whether I'll actually get a point in this segment or not. Daniel, what do you think?
There was way too much technology involved in that game. You essentially said guess who, but with technology. So that means guess who. This game came out and they said, you know what would be better? Take out all the fun stuff and let's make guess who.
That's like challengers being devolved into war,
Exactly.
which actually isn't too big of a stretch.
So does that mean you're a no believe?
I don't believe, I don't believe it.
No believe. Well, believe it or not, lie detector did come out in 1960, and because of that,
Whoa.
I get a point, and we will do this segment again, by golly, because I at least fooled you one time. But yes, can you? Yeah, basically, it doesn't even mention it, but it is guess who, except you do all this stuff to find out, and they all just have the same thing, the same question every time. You know, like this guy's always does he have a big jaw? This guy's always does he have glasses? I don't know. Sounds like a lot of trouble to go through instead of just saying the words to somebody. But it probably looked cool.
It did.
But,
Probably.
But we'll
All
never
right.
know the
There we
real
go.
answer.
They
Did they
caught
use
a
this in
lot
law
of
enforcement?
criminals.
That we don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. We'll get that next show. Maybe somebody can write
All
into
right.
us. But anyway, yes, thank you, Andy, for that prompt. But yeah, that does it for this episode of Believe It or Not. Did any of those games fool you? Were you like 90% right like all these guys? But maybe next time, who knows? Maybe I'll fool everybody. Maybe all of them will be fake. Maybe all of them will be real. We don't know.
Before we go on to round two, let's recap the scores.
Oh,
At the
let's
end of
do.
round one. Andy and Daniel have 3 points. John, you only got 1, but Ty is the MVP. Ty with 4 points, getting all of the
4
games
games.
correct.
Wow.
Nice.
That's right.
Good job, Ty. That's why he's
Yeah,
rookie of the year
Mom
potential.
always said I was a good guesser, so yep. I don't know what that means, but
It helps in school.
I'm guessing it means that I'm good at guessing.
I always like true false questions.
Yeah. I like a 50-50 shot.
Absolutely.
Right.
Round 2. Fight!
All right, in round two, we are going to go back to the hot or not section. This is the pinnacle of the show. This is the one that you guys are tuning in for because you saw that thumbnail that showed Fliptoons. And you're like, what do these 4 bozos actually believe about Fliptoons? Well, we're going to sit there and we're going to tell you, but right after this really quick teach.
Fliptoons is an auto battler game, which essentially means you're going to have a deck of cards and you just flip one card at a time and you have to resolve what happens during that flip. You don't have any control of what's going to come out and when's going to come out, but you do have control of what's going to go into your deck. So a turn is going to look like this. I'm going to flip 6 cards, top to bottom, left to right. as I'm flipping to see if there's any abilities they have that trigger when they flip. Otherwise, I'm going to wait till the generate fame phase and do what they say then. So now I'm going to add up how much fame I have. In this scenario, I have 5 fame, which is going to let me buy something from the market here or dismiss one of my characters. During the market phase, you're allowed to either buy 2 cards from the market phase, dismiss 2 cards, or dismiss 1 card and buy 1 card, or just do one of them. When you buy a card, you're going to add it to your deck. Then, once everybody's done, you're going to shuffle your deck again. And then you're going to do that whole process again where you flip 6 cards. And you do whatever it says when you flip the 6 cards. Once you're done with the market phase, you are going to readjust the market by adding a new character to the top. Then you're going to look at their strength here and you're going to adjust their costs based on their strength. So if this turkey came out, he would actually knock everyone down because he has a higher strength, making the lion cheaper. So you're going to repeat this process until somebody has reached 30 fame. Once they've reached 30 fame, they will get +3 points to their fame. Then the entire table has one more flip to attempt to get 30 or more fame. At that point, whoever has the most fame in a single flip is the winner of Fliptoons.
Thank you, Daniel, for teaching that game of Fliptoons. Well, Fliptoons came out around Gen Con. It was a Gen Con release, and it was a super hot game. Everyone was playing it. Actually, I don't know how many people were playing it, but this guy was. It was my most played game of the con. So I'll just not bury the lead and tell you guys that I think this is a hot game. This game essentially takes this something that Challenger started, and that is this auto battler mechanic, which is you're building a deck and you're just letting the deck kind of unfold. And while Challengers was very divisive on this show, and I enjoyed it, I think Fliptoons is even better. Fliptoons kind of boils down what a deck builder wants to do. When you play a deck building game, you want to only have like as few cards as possible in your hand at any given time. So your whole goal is to try to get to like 6 cards so that no matter what you flip, you're always going to have a great outcome. The game is simple to learn, it's simple to play. Everyone can grasp this game almost instantly, and it just kind of just makes what Challengers started and purifies it, I think, in a way that no one's gonna do a better job in doing. So Fliptoons is a hot for me. So John, what about you?
You suck.
Well,
Yeah,
let me take it from
Andy.
there, and then Andy's just gonna have to wait with his little opinions over there. But now this is not a perfect game. I'm not gonna say this is like the best game ever, best game since sliced bread. I think it's kind of funny how Challengers is now inspiring these type of games, which when people were like, oh, well, Challengers, this is nothing new, this is just war. But it's inspiring a whole new set of games. And like you're saying, the Challenger mechanic, maybe that's what it'll start being called. But I will say one thing about this game that is that the theme is weak, because Ty had to tell me the theme. I didn't know what the theme was. I didn't know you're producing a show with these cartoon animals and stuff, and I thought it was a battle. I thought that's what it was. It's not a battle. You're trying to produce a show with the best ratings, whatever. It's all just semantics. You're doing the same thing, trying to earn points. But I think it really shines when you do, like Daniel was saying, where you have to realize you only really need 6 cards. Well, I mean, if you have the bunnies like I did, you know, where you can layer your bunnies, then you need more than 6 cards. But that's the part that's hard to get for me to get to do, is because you actually have to, rather than Challengers, you can just get rid of cards out of your deck. This one, you have to pay to get cards out of your deck. So it's kind of a, well, gee, there's that card there I really want. If I get that card, I don't have enough left to get rid of this lousy card. So that makes for some good decisions in between rounds as you're doing that. So that, man, do I like it better than Challengers, though? That's the thing. Challengers, you can play with so many people. It just becomes such a big, huge, you know, it's a tournament every time. It's not just a game. And so I just think they're too different to really compare, even though they use the same mechanic. But hot, it's definitely hot for me. That's the only qualms I had with it. Had a blast every time I played it, surprisingly. I only played it because it was a Gen Con game and I wanted to see what it was like. But yeah, found myself really enjoying it, yes. Other than that, yes, hot for me. Ty, what do you say about it?
You said it was hot because you were definitely cold on it to start off with. Did you just need to come down a level from where I'm at? You should have.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to make sure that, yeah, it's not... I didn't go into it with a whole lot of high praise, and even after my first play, I don't know if I had it. But the more I played it, the more I got, I don't know, an affinity for the game. I don't know. It kind of wears on you, like, and then you find all these different ways. Oh, it depends on what I get in my, what cards are out there. Sometimes you can get some really good cards early. Sometimes it's a slog. You're like, oh, we keep getting these bad cards you have to pay so much for. Maybe I'll just get rid of bad cards out of my deck instead and just stand pat. So there becomes a lot of different strategies that you can use as you play the game. So, and with expansions, it'll be even better. I'm sure they'll have some expansions within the next year.
Can't wait for expansion, but I also can't wait to hear Ty's opinion.
Correct.
Yeah, I would say I really enjoyed Fliptoons the first time I played it. I actually signed up for a play-and-win tournament. Not tournament, but just one game at Gen Con, where the guy did give mainly a theme explanation of the game, where he talked about you're making a cartoon, you're trying to get the most fame, and you're trying to make the best cartoon out of anyone here. So shout out to Daniel for teaching me the game before I actually went to the play and win. It kind of felt like cheating. Do I feel guilty that I ended up winning and then winning a copy of the game? Maybe a little, but anyway, I think the game's great. There's really like 3 ways you can play it. I feel like the first time I played with Daniel, I didn't dismiss any cards. I gave none of the characters their pension. I didn't let anyone leave. And so by the end of the game, I had about 20 cards in my deck. And I was just trying to oversaturate the whole thing so that maybe I wouldn't end up flipping the 2-point snail or the 0-point caterpillar in my final round to get the most points. But it didn't end up working too well. So there's kind of the middle road where you dismiss some and you buy some, and then there's the way that Daniel likes to play, I believe, is dismissing a ton and only having like 6 cards at the very end of the game, and just knowing what you're gonna have. But I think there's lots of different ways to play this game. I think there's more strategy than I know right now about this game, and I'm really excited to keep playing it. And it's really easy to introduce to people and get people into as a quote-unquote little deck builder game.
Nice. I'm glad you agree with me, Ty. And it's a small box game. We didn't really say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't like small box games, and like this one resonated with me, so I'm super excited. All right, so now the man, the legend, the myth, Andy, the Green Square. What are your feelings of Fliptoons?
Sounds like we're going to be unanimous.
So, I've gotten a lot of grief for vetoing this one from our top 10 Gen Con list.
As well you should.
And I'm going to be honest here. I'm starting to sound like Chris. I think he's worn off on me. Like, he's just negative about everything, and I feel like I'm getting that way, which is not good. But here's the deal. This game is easy. It's kind of fun. But ultimately, it's just more complex than Challengers, and which that is just slightly more complex than the card game War. So to me, there's some deck building decisions, but you're still fairly limited in what you can do. It basically comes down to luck of the draw, and I don't hate it. I just don't get the hype per se, and I don't think it has the staying power to be around long. I don't think this is a game we'll be talking about 2 years from now. So for me, it's a warm.
A warm.
A warm?
Hey,
actually, it's a warm?
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Oh, I'm your
You
father.
didn't come down on as hard as I thought you would, but those were good points, though, Andy. That without expansions, this would play itself out relatively fast. But I think what's gonna make it different, though, is the cards that come out every time. So you might go, like the first time I played it, I got the elephant, which flip over a card, and then the rabbit, who would go on top of the card that you flipped, and that was really awesome. I've never been able to get that combo to work again. And then I played at Gen Con with a lady who went the camel strategy, and she had all the camels. She just bought all the camels, and we're like, are you sure you're going to win that way? And she did. She won with all the camels. So I think there's a lot more to this game, depending on what the river is and how you do it. So I don't think you'll ever play the same game twice. So I think that's, even without the expansion, I think it'll last a little bit, but it will need some expansions in Andy's opinion.
Do you think they're going to go full-blown Dominion expansions where there's 100 billion of them? Because if they do, that's my fear with some of these games is Dominion. This is a hot take, right? From 20 years ago or whatever, when Dominion came out. I think the problem with Dominion was that they came out with too many expansions too fast.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
I worry about that with these. They do that in customizable card games all the time, right? Like look at Star Wars Unlimited. Everybody was so pumped about it. Now they've had a new release every few months, and I think it's just gotten drowned out because of that. Just a little, hot take.
Well,
on
I
my
doubt
part.
this is going to be one that takes the world by storm like Dominion did. So that had a whole different thing.
You never know. You never.
I guess you don't ever know. One other thing I did want to talk about, though, that we did have as a point of consternation during one of our plays was the rule book is a little vague on a point or two, and it could have been, you got to admit that the wording could have been a lot better in the rule book about when you take a card from the top of the deck or whatever and you play it. Play it as if you purchased it from the market. Well, I purchased all my cards from the market, so I play it like all my cards. No, that's not what it means.
No, it means use the market ability.
But
it didn't
they
really
should have
say
said
the market
that.
ability. Yeah.
They should have, and a breakdown of the card, they should say some have a market ability, some have this ability, some have that ability. And then they say when you take one, only use the market ability. That would have been great. That would have been nice and clear. But
okay, I will give you that, but that was a very big point of contention, largely because we didn't want to move on from it because everyone was telling me my interpretation was wrong, and I'm like, no.
As I recall,
and an active ability.
As I recall, you were playing this like at 1 a.m, and we were all trying to get sleep. Those of us that are sane, and you guys were arguing over this, and I'm like, shut up.
You were doing most of the arguing because it was on your turn. It happened all the time.
Well, that was later. Didn't you argue about it the first night you got it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it was the only time I remember. Is when
I know the first night you got it, you guys played it super late, and there's a bunch of us on air mattresses in the area. We're just like, stop.
Oh, yeah, the one time you went to bed early.
Exactly.
Well, didn't play Blood on the Clock Tower that night.
You did it. All right, guys. Well, that was our take on Fliptoons. It's a fun little card game. 3 of us really enjoyed it. Andy's a meh on it, but let us know what you think of the game. And as you may have seen, our point system is a little different now, so we're awarding points at the end. So at the end of that round, the point total is Andy at 7 full points, Daniel at 6, John at 5, and our Rookie of the Year, Ty, is at 8 points.
Ooh.
Let's see if he can continue that lead into the second half.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. I'm gonna tell you a story about how the world got turned upside down. It all started when a dadgum meteor done plumb hit the moon so hard it changed its doggone orbit. The axis of the planet got all off, and then while the oceans and lakes and rivers and everything else was all stirred up. Before you knowed it, the wildlife was a-changing. Fish in particular got bigger, smarter, and hungrier. They ain't all them city folk, but a few of us backwoods preppers are still fighting.
In Axis and Walleyes, you play as hillbillies fighting giant mutant fish on the front lines, while praying to God that the axis of the earth will self-correct. Because if it doesn't, we may all be swimming with the fishes.
Axis and Walleyes, coming soon to Start Kicker.
All right, we're back. Thanks for that word of advice there, Johnny.
Or product placement. Or whatever it was.
We don't know what the commercials are beforehand.
I want to know who Johnny is, but
behind the scenes guy.
Sounds like a good guy. Yeah,
he's the best.
He's Ty's intern.
Here comes Johnny. Oh, here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. What is it? Here's Johnny.
Yes, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
That's from the Johnny Carson
show.
Yeah.
Oh, The Shining.
And from The Shining.
But it came first. It came first from the Johnny
Tonight
Carson
show. Yes.
No one watches The Tonight Show.
Oh my gosh.
It's not on anymore.
Well,
it is. It is.
But
Jimmy Crammel's got it. Or Kimbler. What's his name? Float Fallon.
So train wreck sounder. Anyway, now that we're back, did I hear that we might be hearing from our man in the field?
Oh, Hansa?
No, not Hansa.
Possibly. Hansa, you out there?
Oh boy.
Well, hello. I'm excited to be back. How was your guys' Gen Con? I wish I would have went with you, but no one invited me. So
that's a shame.
That's a shame, Hansa. I wish we could have had you there because it would have been great.
Yes, I thought so too. But it's okay. It gave me time to look over at all of your many, many comments that you get every episode. So today's comment is from Newbins86 from episode 62.
Ah.
Episode 62 is where you reviewed Flip 7. So this is from Newbins86. He says, Dear Around the Board, I'm not a fan of Flip 7, but I would play it if asked. I find it to be an inoffensive filler, but the hate and vitriol spewed by those two towards this game? Sad. By no means am I defending this mere trifle of a mediocre game, but push your luck is such a fun mechanism. Daniel and John, for shame, sir. So focused on winning, you can't find a moment of tension-filled fun in Flip 7? I pity you, sirs. I pity you. Yeah, so I stand by everything I said about Flip 7. I don't know about you, John. There's just no game there. And it was nominated for Game of the freaking Year on the Dice Tower. Come on, you guys have got to admit, this is not even close to being Game of the Year.
That's where the vitriol comes from, because as I said I'll stand by my statement. This is a game that's in the back of Walmart with Uno and Phase 10 and all that. It's that kind of game. It's fine. You can sit down and play it and act like you played a game, but it is not anything worthy of any type of an award. That's for sure.
Yeah. And remember, it took the spot of Slay the Flippin' Spire. So so Flipsman, Slay the Spire. Flip 7, Slay the Spire. No. So much better.
Round 3, fight!
So, round 3 is going to be our short topic. And we are going to talk about something that is very contentious in our group. Go figure, right? This is something that we argue about all the time. And that is, how many times should you actually play a game before you judge it? And because I host 2 rounds this time, I do want to throw it to Ty to start, because normally he would be hosting this round. So essentially, there's always a debate out there about reviewers. Should they play it 5 times, 10 times? Is it ever enough time? But then there's still people within your game group who are like, they play the game half a time, or they hear the explanation and they're like, I'm out. I don't even need to play anymore. I'm done. So where do you fall in between all of that? So Ty, you can either talk about the reviewers or you personally. When do you know that a game is no good for you, or what do you think a reviewer should do? Either one.
Yeah, so thinking about my personal experience, I kind of want to separate into 2 categories of more light games and more heavy games. So with heavy games, I feel like it doesn't take many plays to figure out that you really don't like the game, or if you really, really like the game. So I would say for heavy games, I would say maybe 2, 3 plays. I feel like I could really understand if I don't like a game after 2 or 3 plays. Now, with a lighter game, there's more chance involved, and there's more, weird things that could happen. Think about Fliptoons or even Flip 7. You might have to get some more plays in for that, because you could just have a string of a few unlucky games. So I'm thinking for lighter games, maybe 4, 5, maybe even 6 plays.
Wow. That's quite
Ty's going to flesh these things out.
Yeah.
The best thing about it, though, is those light games are easier to take with you, too.
Mm-hmm. And they play faster, in general. I think on average, a lighter game's going to play faster than a heavy.
It's true, because less weight, more speed.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're talking about, the weight of the game. That's Ty, I was not expecting you to go from that direction, because I will wait until it's my turn, but I would totally say it's the opposite. Like, if it's a heavy game, I would say you need to play it several times before you can truly make a judgment about it.
He did say 3.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
but
2 to 3 for a heavy, 4 or 5, 6, maybe 6 for a light.
I will say with light games, you are correct in the sense that, like, you could have a one-off bad experience, but, like, if you have too many, too many one-off bad experiences, and it's probably just a bad game. But I'll get more into it when it's my turn.
Well,
But those were interesting takes.
I'll chime in a little bit here.
No, you won't. It's my turn.
No, I'm going to chime in anyway. But with what you said about the heavy game, because I hadn't really thought about it that way, but I think you're right. If you play it like 2-3 times, and to me, it would be if I find myself doing like the same thing every time, that I don't really find that awesome, different paths to victory that usually make a game stand out. Then yeah, I could see that being a problem with the heavier game.
That's why with heavy games, you got to play multiple times, because you can play once and go, wow, I see no other way to victory. And then you play a second time, you're like, oh, that's a way to victory. And you play a third time, you're like, there's another one. This is getting even better. So yeah, that's weird take. Weird take, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, if you play
okay.
it 2 to 3 times and you're still not having fun, at that point, it's probably a 2-hour game and it's not worth my time anymore.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, you've been so patiently waiting in your green corner.
Thank you.
What do you have to say about the topic?
Well, I have a couple of things to say. One is I'm notorious on this show and in real life for having the memory of a goldfish.
Accurate.
I say things that I don't remember saying, and I remember things that I don't think I said.
So now you didn't remember where you're going.
Had a Biden moment there. No, I don't trust myself when it comes down to it. I hate to say it, but I don't know that I trust myself, and I don't know if you can trust me. Because the problem is I play these games, and sometimes I'll play it 1 or 2 times, and I'm like, this is an awesome game! And then I come back to it a long time later, and I'm like, this is, what was I thinking? This isn't that great. It's mediocre at best. And then sometimes there's games that I play that I do not like this game. I don't like it. I will not like it. I do not like it. I make that judgment based on the art, the theme, the mechanics. And even during the first play, I'm just in a bad mood. I'm a curmudgeon, and I don't want to like the game. But there have been games that I've played over time, and I'm like, you know what? That actually is a pretty good game. So I don't really have a good answer. I think the magic answer for me is at least 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, at
no
least
matter
3.
What, small or big, just 3.
3. Not 4, not 5.
That would be too much. Now, what I think is
the number is
interesting
3.
about you, Andy, is I don't know how many times you have gotten so excited about a game and you've been all about that game, and then the next time we get together, you're like, I hate that game. And we're like, wait, what?
And there's not many games. Staying power is a problem with me. I keep thinking things are going to be amazing, and I'm like, I already experienced that. I don't need to experience it again.
Or it's a game you're excited about Gen Con because you see the designer and you're like, this game looks really good, and we watch the playthrough and you're like, oh, this looks really good. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get all this stuff, and then before we even walk away, it's like, John, will you buy this game from me? Because I don't think I want this game.
To be fair, I have tried to sell one of my games already.
Is it that one?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
No, you should tell the story. I'll tell the story.
So no, don't tell the story. Oh, gosh. Fine.
Oh, come on, why not? He goes over to my house and he's like, hey, Philip, look at this game. Isn't it cool? Does it look great? Look at this player, Matt. And he's like, oh, that looks so awesome. And he's like, you want to buy it from me? And Philip's like, did you just come over here just to try to sell me this game? He was like a used car salesman.
Take it for a spin.
Snake oil. I did say take it for a spin. I said, take it overnight and see what you think.
We can work something out. I'll talk to my manager.
Play it with the wife. Talk with the family.
All right, give me a second.
Uh-oh.
My family just got here.
Can
you guys hear that?
Nope.
Really?
Got a finger.
Got a finger.
Okay, then I'll just go.
Okay. Daniel, what do you say?
All right. So when it comes to like reviews of a game, I listen to Tom Vassell. I quote him a lot, and he says, when you play a game, you just kind of know. And I think when you're in the hobby long enough, you kind of know if you're going to like this game or not once you get one play of it. So in almost every situation, I think 1 is going to be good enough to truly get your opinion of a game. And I kind of get what Ty was saying, even though I kind of came down on him. And that is like with these heavy games, it's like you won't want to invest too much time. You either see the Matrix or you don't. So you're either doing something that you enjoy or you're never going to enjoy it. So I get that. But you also need to like feel what you're feeling as well. So if you're playing something and you're like, I don't know. Something about that felt weird. Like, then you need to play it again. You shouldn't just dismiss it because that means you were probably playing something you didn't quite understand something. So maybe my answer ultimately is that it varies. It varies depending on how you experience that game yourself. Because I will use an example specifically of Earth. We reviewed Earth and I played it twice, and for whatever reason, it did not resonate with me, and I kind of badmouthed it on the show. Well, then I played it a third time, and for whatever reason, I was like, that hit different. Like that was so much fun, and I don't know what changed. And I haven't got to play it since
Were you
to figure out
drinking?
which one.
That helps.
Well, I mean, I had a few Monster Energy drinks before the game,
There it
right?
is.
So there you go. But it's just so you gotta kind of know yourself. So like, I think Andy is also right in that, like what's right for you is what's right for you. He said three, sure, why not? For me, I think I know it when I feel it. I feel this is weird. I'm gonna play it again to make sure. Or if I feel it's bad, then I'm good. If it's good, then it's good. Like I'm not
just
gonna
like-
change my opinion on a good game.
You're just like that famous Supreme Court justice.
Yes, I was
That's
thinking
right.
the same thing.
I know it when I see it.
We
I
quote
can't tell
that
you
a
what a
lot on
bad
this
game is,
show.
but I know it when I see it.
Exactly. We quote that a lot on the show, but it resonates with me because it's so true half the time. You just know things. You should just know it.
So
you don't need definitions.
That was a yogiism. It's so true half
Yeah.
the time.
So
Can't miss there.
I'm going to jump in real fast because I've got an example.
Please.
So a couple of examples, a couple of games that I really love to this day. The first time I played them, though, I was like, I don't know. Heaven and Ale and Raja of the Ganges. Both those games, when I played them the first time, I was, okay, they're fine. Then I played them again, and I was like, I really like this. And I played it again, and I was like, oh, this is great. And the same can be said in reverse for a game like Dominion, where the first times I played it, I was like, this is awesome. This is so good. And the more I played it, the more I was like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing over and over.
But do you think that comes with like game maturity as well? Like as you become a different gamer? Because I felt that way with Splendor. I thought Splendor was literally the best game that ever came out. I was like, this is fantastic. And over time, I'm like, I just don't know why I was so excited about it. Like it kind of makes you like just blows your mind when you look back and you're like, that's weird. So it's just as our taste just change enough.
I
don't know.
resonate with that, Daniel. I think when I first started playing Catan a lot, I thought it was the best game ever. And now I look back and I think, man, I own so many games that are better than Catan. I would put Catan probably near the bottom of my favorites on my list of games that I own now. So
Catan still has a special place in my heart because of the negotiating, it drives a lot of people away from it too.
Yes. I think I've told you about my nephew that's notorious for the negotiating in Catan, where he will just hijack the game. It's like, okay, I've got a sheep and a wood, and until I can build a city, my turn is not over. So we got to figure something out.
That's a table flip moment right there. So, all right, John.
I mean, he doesn't really say that, but the way his turn goes, that's the way it seems. It's like
Him
this
and
turn is
Andy
going to
should
end.
play together. I think the world would implode because I think that's Andy's
think you're right.
strategy too. All right, John.
No comment.
What do you got?
Well, I like how you guys are so charitable in giving these games so many plays, because guess how many games it takes for me to decide if I am going to keep a game or not, or if I'm going to like a game or not.
Oh my gosh.
0. It takes 0. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Daniel and Andy, what happened at our last monthly board game meeting?
I don't know. You were falling asleep at 9 p.m.
No. What did I do at our last board game meeting?
I don't remember. What'd you do?
Yeah, I don't remember.
What did I bring to the last board game meeting?
12 Rivers.
What did I bring and give away at the last board game?
like-
There we go.
About 12 games.
I brought,
15
it was
games.
actually over 20 games
20.
out of my collection because I had just gotten games from Gen Con, and I'm like, I don't have room for these games, and at least half of those have had 0 plays, and I'd already decided this is not going to get played. I have these other games. I have other games that I'm going to play, and this is too far down the list now. It's not going to get played, so why do I have it? Why is it taking up space on my shelf? 0 plays is all it takes for me to get. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but for me, 0 is the magic number. I can get rid of a game with 0 plays and have a clean conscience because
that's
it's not going to get played anyway. Why have it? So
okay, thanks for your hot take there. Now tell us how many times when you actually play a game do you decide you like this game or not?
Well, and that's funny too because I like to say it's one time because I played Viticulture one time. Viticulture Essential Edition. This is the game everybody loves, and it should be everything I like. It's thematic, it's worker placement.
It's a great game.
Boring. It is too authentic to watching grapes age, watching wine age, whatever. That's what you feel like you're doing. Oh, let me do
Get
this.
a good strategy down.
And let me do this. Okay, that's awesome. That aged and got better. Hated it. Couldn't stand it.
You don't know.
Haven't played it since. But then compare that to another game that I got a bad teach of, and that was Great Western Trail, which I was ready to set fire to on this show when we finally did a show about it. So I had to play it again. And lo and behold, I really liked it the second time I played it. If that had been a game I owned and I played it one time, it would have been gone. And I would have never played it again.
I challenge you to play another game of Viticulture.
Oh, I will play it again because we'll probably talk about it on the show at some point, and I'll have to. And we'll see what happens. But my first play was not good.
So it sounds like you're in my boat, John, where you kind of
one
play
play
a game and you just kind of know.
Yeah.
But do you do get into the experience where you're like, maybe I should play that again? Like, you do feel that way every now and then, right?
It's only if it's a game like that where it's like so many people that I know I like a lot of the same games as, like the Great Western Trail, Viticulture, something like that. If it's a game that's just a little one-off shoot, like if it was like Video Game Champion or whatever, and I didn't enjoy it, and you tried to drag that out again, I'm like, nah, I'm done. I don't need to play that again. What else is next? But yeah, it'd have to be something that's got a wrap for me to try it again. But
all right.
Sounds
well,
good.
Tell us what you thought. Say so in the comments below, and be sure and like and subscribe. Thank you.
And let's check out the scores before we go to the next round. Andy at 9 points, Daniel at 10 points, John at 8, and Ty holding the lead at 12. Let's see if we can knock him down a peg here soon.
Let's do.
I just want to apologize in advance for all the editing you're going to have to do for this show, Daniel.
Oh, it's so much.
Yeah.
So you thought you'd add some more?
That's right.
Final round. Let's get it on.
All right, it's time for everybody's favorite game, Play Shelf Trade. The games today are No Loose Ends, which is a pretty unique trick taker that is a little mind-bending. Suna Valo. Did I say that right?
Sure, why not?
Valo.
Valo, Suna Valo, which is an excellent two-player Euro game that involves drafting and buying cards and triggering a column of effects each time you do so. It has the mechanic of little order fulfillment, unlocking player board effects. I've really enjoyed that game. And then the third game on Play Shelf Trade is going to be Citizens of the Spark, which was also quite the talk of Gen Con. And it's being compared a little bit to Dominion, and I thought it kind of was like Dominion meets Ethnos. So
it's being compared to you. You were making the comparison.
Yes.
Well, heck yeah, that's important. So it's like Dominion in the sense that you're it got tons of rooms for expansions. It's like Ethnos in the sense that as you collect the different characters, they're more powerful. So
okay, whatever. It's really like none of those, but
whatever.
Anyway, do you want to tell people what Play Shelf Trade means? What are we doing at Play Shelf Trade?
Oh, fine. Play Shelf Trade. It's real simple. We are figuring out what game you want to play right now, what game you think is so good it's got to go on your shelf, and what game you're willing to trade because it just doesn't measure up. So let me tell you mine.
Please do.
Okay, I will. And it's tough. It's a tough one. And they're giving me all kinds of trouble off air about this, guys, because I was the one who came up with these three games because I own all three of these games and I got them at Gen Con. And I've played all three. So, and they're mad because they haven't played them and they don't know what to say about them. They can't do the research.
I've actually played all three of them.
Have you? Okay.
Yes.
Right. What about John? Has John played all three?
I've played one and had a demo of one.
Okay. And Ty?
I've played Suna Valo, haven't played No Loose Ends, or...
what a shame.
Or the other one.
Citizens of the Spark.
Citizens of the Spark by Thunderworks.
Well, you played Ethnos, so you're pretty much there.
Fliptoons. That's their better game, probably.
All right, so I'm going to hop in here and tell you what my play is. My play is going to be Citizens of the Spark. And the reason it's going to be my play is that I'm not sure I want to keep it, but I need to play it more. And I need to make sure it has the staying power. It feels like something that might get old fast, like Dominion, but at the same time, in the 2 times I've played it so far, the first game I really enjoyed it a lot. The second game was like nails on a chalkboard. And really? I think it was because of the different deck construction. So we played the beginner one the first game, and I thought it was really good. Then we played the highly interactive version the second time. And that highly interactive version just led to
me walking away from it.
Daniel walking away from it, people arguing. It was not good. It was not good. So I don't know. That left a bad taste in my mouth. So I got to play it again to see what I think and try some other variants of it and or other deck constructions. So that's Citizens of the Spark. That's my play. My shelf is going to be pretty easy to figure out. It is going to be.
We can't figure it out. We're not in your head.
Oh, I just telepathically tried to say it. He didn't. Suna Valo. Suna Valo.
That's what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's Suna Valo. And the reason it's Suna Valo is because it really scratches that itch for me of kind of a heavier, not heavy, but crunchier Euro. And it does so in a two-player game that didn't make me feel like I was playing a two-player game. It made me feel like I was playing a big Euro game with a lot of stuff going on. And I thought it was interesting because it looks like there's different paths to victory, different ways to unlock things. It was a tight game each time. I'm really excited about that game. I've played it 3 times now and have enjoyed it each time. Actually, 4 times.
How many times have you played it correctly?
Once. But that one time was great. It's true. We didn't play it correctly for a couple of times, but and then unfortunately, that means I've got to send off No Loose Ends, which I'm really sad to do because I like it. It's a trick taker that's a little bit unique, and I thought it was fun. The reason it has to go is because I have a lot of trick takers, and although it was unique and fun, I don't need that many trick takers.
Unfortunately, Andy already has a deck of cards.
That's right.
That's right.
So I'm scoffing right now, Andy, because we try to be different on this show. And I was for sure thinking Andy would play No Loose Ends and trade Citizens of the Spark, because as he said, he liked No Loose Ends and he did not like Citizens of the Spark. So I'm really confused right now. And unfortunately, my play shelf trade is going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to have different reasons. My shelf is Suna Valo, very similar to what Andy said. I initially dismissed this because it was a 2-player game, but it was fantastic. It was a heavy Euro and a 45-minute package. Whenever you look at our friend Randy, he really loves Fields of Arl, and it's always been intimidating to me because it's a big old Uwe Rosenberg game, and it's 2-player only, and I'm like, man, I feel like it's going to take a lot of time, very overwhelming, and I just been afraid to play it. But Suna Valo,
it's a really good game too,
and it was solid and it was good and it did all the thinky things I want to do. So that's my shelf. I actually might end up picking that up. So my play is going to be Citizens of the Spark because as Andy said, his second play, my first play of it was just a disaster. But I saw through the disaster of what was happening at the table, and I said, that is an interesting game. That is really cool. You're essentially, it's a little bit of Race for the Galaxy as well, because what you're going to do is when you have these cards, these powers, you say, if you have 3 of them, you say, I'm going to play one of them, and now it's at a power 3, but by using it, it's going to go away. So now next time you use it, it's going to be at power 2. And then also when you choose a power, everyone else gets to choose the power in the same way, where their power is going to get reduced as well. So you might actually have an action you really want to take, but realize if I do, it's going to benefit Andy and Ty more, so maybe I don't do it. Some really cool interactions, some really cool thought processes. I need to get it played, and I'm still super excited about it. And as far as No Loose Ends, you guys know me. I'm not a big fan of trick takers. I did enjoy this one, though, but in the confines of this game, it has to be my trade. But I would recommend it if you like trick-taking games, because it was really unique. John was hard on it before he started because he's like, you just have to predict what kind of trick you're going to take. Well, or how many tricks you're going to take. But it's beyond that. You actually have to decide which suit or which number you're going to play. And man, it was really crunchy to think about that. And our friend Philip, who we played with us, just destroyed me and Andy. Like, that man nailed it. And I was like, I busted every single time. I had too many loose ends. So because of that, it's being traded.
All right. Well, thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Let's go to John and hear what he has to say.
Oh, let's do. Well, I'm gonna have a unique list compared to you two guys.
Oh,
but
thank goodness.
My play is going to be that Suna Valo, Sunny Valley, whatever you want to call it, because it just looks intriguing and the mechanics look solid. It looks like it would be a fun game to play, but it's not going to be one that's going to go on my shelf just because it is a 2-player. It's not going to come out that much. Daniel buys it, I'll go play it with him. That sounds great. That sounds like the perfect idea for
Promise.
Suna Valo. I'll play it with you, Daniel.
Yay!
Why not me? Why not me, John?
You're too far away.
Oh my gosh.
May as well just go play with Ty if I'm going to go play with you.
Yeah, because 30 minutes and 3 hours are the same.
Yes, they are. But my shelf is going to be Citizens of the Spark, just because just the demo that I watched of it at Gen Con. This is a me game. I mean, this is a John game. This just looks like a blast. And that's one that I think I could always, it looks like it'd be easy to teach. Looks like it looks gorgeous. If it was a better theme, that'd have been great, but whatever. It's a science fiction weird theme, but it's kind of a themeless game anyway. And just like you, that in that way, it compares to Dominion. Dominion, I mean, it certain things on the cards, whatever. It does things with things and gets you other cards, whatever. It's pretty much themeless, just like that is. In that, it's like Dominion. In no way is it like Ethnos. I don't see how it gives you any feelings of Ethnos, but it looks fun. Citizens of Spark looks fun, and it's a beautiful game. So yeah, that's going to be one I would keep. That leaves us with no loose ends to trade. What a shock. I don't get why this. It's fine if you like trick taking games. It's fine, but there's 8 billion of them out there, and to me it wasn't unique enough. I mean, yeah, you look at your hand. In that way, it can be bad because you can have a strong hand, but it's weak with how the game plays as far as getting tricks because of, like you said, you have to. Well, I might have to get a gray or a 3 with that. If I play that, am I going to be able to do that? Well, I'm not sure. And so it does create a thought process that it just can make a strong hand a weak hand, in my opinion. I don't think it makes it that much more fun. It just gives you a different way to think about it. And I don't know. I didn't find it that compelling when I played it. It was okay. It's quick at least. It's a trick taker, whatever. But it can go bye-bye. I'll play a different trick taker.
All of your games feel the same. They just make you think differently. Like that's kind of what the whole board game industry is. So. Invalid.
Yeah, I was going to say
invalid. Why are you calling me an invalid?
I feel the need to defend no loose ends here after this attack by John.
After you traded it?
I did trade it, but it's a really good game.
To you.
It was very unique as a trick taker. It was mind bending, as Daniel said.
Oh, it was so unique.
It was.
There's a Trump suit. I can't imagine it. There's a Trump suit. Where did they come up with that idea? A Trump suit. Anyway, Ty, what do you think, buddy? Oh, did Ty already go? No, Ty's got to go.
No. Best for last, obviously. No.
Bring it home, Ty. You're winning.
I would say that my play, I would go with Citizens of the Spark. It sounds like a unique game, and I think, after listening to Daniel explain it, I think he explained it pretty well. I think I would enjoy that game after playing it. Maybe a couple times. I didn't buy it at Gen Con because, honestly, I was more focused on Fliptoons coming from the same publisher. So, if Fliptoons was good, maybe their other game was good too. So, I would say, Citizens of the Spark, definitely going to be my play. Now, this might shock you, but for my shelf, I'm actually going to go with no loose ends. The reason for that is because if you know me, you should know that one of my favorite, if not my favorite, board game, card game mechanics is trick taking. I love trick taking, whether it's cooperative or competitive, Skull King to the crew. I love it all. And so when I heard about a more complex trick taking game, I would absolutely love that and keep it on my shelf forever. I can never have too many trick takers on my shelves. And so obviously that leaves Suna Valo as my trade. In fact, I have it right here and it's still in the shrink wrap.
Whoa!
So, I still have not opened it. I'm a little nervous too because one of my least favorite game mechanics is order fulfillment, and this has a lot of order fulfillment in it. And I don't know, it might be too much for my wife, and usually the person that I'm playing with most of my 2-player games with is going to be my wife. So I don't know how she would feel about it, and so I still haven't even opened it, and that's why I would say it's in my trade category.
Wow, it sounds like you need to make a deal with Daniel. I think he'd be willing to buy it from you.
I might have to. Daniel?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Free shipping?
Hit me up later.
That's well. I thought you really liked that game.
To you. I did enjoy it, but the thing is, I'm over in St. Louis and far away from you guys, so I'm not really sure who I would get to put it on the table with.
Jamie Stegmaier.
How about Jamie Stegmaier?
Jamie Stegmaier.
Jamie Stegmaier.
I'll take you to Jamie's just for him and play it 1v1
There you go.
with him. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a good idea.
All right. Well,
I love every time we say Jamie Stegmaier, his face turns more red.
Jamie's does?
When's Jamie going to be on the show, Ty? Have you asked him yet?
I have not asked him, but I have plugged the show to him in person.
No.
Oh,
no.
boy. So
we're screwed now. We're screwed.
He has awareness of Around the Board.
Oh, boy. We just got blacklisted by Stonemaier Games.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very cool. Well, what is your play shelf trade? Be sure and tell us in the comments. We'd love to know what you think about these 3 games, all from Gen Con. And, thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. And tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think. And I'm going to tell you guys where we're at in the points. So, in our new format, you didn't see him as you got him, but we're going to trust the producer behind the scenes. He whispered in my ear and he told me what the points are. And we have Andy and John. You didn't bring your A game. You have 12 points in the rear. And then Daniel, unfortunately, you weren't much better at 14, but he was no match. He came in on fire. No one can stop this man. Ty at 16 has taken the victory for episode 67. So Ty, tell the people what they want to hear. 2 full minutes to rant and rave about whatever you want.
All right. Well, I'm going to take 2 full minutes to talk about something that I am actually passionate about, and that would be Flip 7. Okay. I got to tell you about it because I know John and Daniel will not tell you about it, and that is Flip 7. So, Flip 7, great game in my opinion. Not boring, John.
Greatest game ever made.
No way. Greatest card game ever made. Okay. Best appetizer game. I mean, it literally comes out to the table first. The people love it, and it's the best segue into a nice, light, heavy, medium game. And whatever you want to play, you got to play this first. And, sports betting is on the rise. Maybe sober up and gamble safely, guys. Gamble safely. Also, my copy, signed by the one and only Eric Olson, the designer of the game. Got to meet him at Gen Con. Bought a copy just so that he could sign my copy. And he's the most humble guy. He said that he doesn't feel like he even belongs there because, he just created a silly card game, but everyone loves it. And he was such a nice guy, so I had to get it signed. So that is my take on Flip 7. You got to get this game. Everyone loves it, except for if your name is Daniel or John. So.
It's true. It's true. It's a great game, and I've played it with my kids many times now, and they love it. So I don't know what's wrong with you two.
Sounds like I agree with the designer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't expecting to get all of this attention from
just a silly little card game.
It's like, yeah, I see where he's coming from.
Where did you see him there? The Op didn't even have a booth.
So he was at the miniature market booth, and they had tons of copies of Flip 7, and he was signing them while people were buying them.
Interesting.
It was awesome.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. In all seriousness, we sometimes on the show we like to make a bigger deal about games that we like or don't like. And Flip 7 is fun and it's fine, and I'm glad it's successful. But man, I just don't see the matrix. But I'm happy for him. Casey stumbles upon this. Congratulations, man! You made a game that resonated with the people. Just not this people.
Some of us people. All right, well, let's wrap up the show with a cool segment. It's time for Board Game Birthdays.
All right. I guess I'll start.
Sure, go ahead.
My birthday is Warriors. It's a 2011 release. Warriors is a great just chuck and dice bag building, the original bag builder game, mind you. And it was also the predecessor to Dice Masters. Warriors. It's 15 years old now?
Wow.
Cool game.
Okay.
14.
I'll take Libertalia from 2012, the OG Libertalia before the remake. I really love the remake, but I love the theming and the gritty look of the original. It's a really cool game. 13 years old this month. Play some Libertalia, man. If you can't find the original, you can play the new one. It's a fun game still. Andy or Ty, what do you got?
Oh, well, I got Codenames from 2015, so 10 years old. whole decade it lasted. Can you believe that? Yeah. They got a new cover on the famed Codenames game that looks pretty cool, in my opinion. And also, a couple years ago, I bought like 6 copies of Codenames that I found at one of those Amazon resale bin stores.
Oh, yeah.
All of them were $6 a piece. So I thought, this is a great deal. I'm just going to buy all these copies of Codenames and then give them to people as gifts, because what's better than a great time of Codenames with your friends?
There you go.
It's true. Very good.
They were probably rip-offs.
And And my birthday is going to go out to one of the best social deduction games out there. No, it's not Blood on the Clock Tower, but it's a nice one too. It's right up there. It's Secret Hitler, which was born on this day in 2016, or I guess this month. But what I love about that game in particular is the fact that you don't need someone to run the game. That's what's nice. I mean,
that's true.
Blood on the Clock Tower, Werewolves, some of those games are great, but you have to have somebody running the game. And Secret Hitler, everybody can play along and listen to Will Wheaton tell them to close their eyes with the app. So there you go. Happy birthday.
It's worth Will Wheaton alone. All right, guys. Well, that's another show of Around the Board in the bag. Is that where you put a show that's empty?
In the box.
Done?
That's where we're putting this one in the trash bag.
On the shelf. In the dumpster fire. All right.
Man,
Well,
if we only had someone to take us out.
Yeah, guys, thank you for so much for watching the show. I didn't write anything on the teleprompter, so I have nothing to say. I want you to know that I am saying what I'm saying, but with all sincereness, and I'm glad you're here and glad you were here. I hope you like our show. I hope you subscribe to our show. I hope you tell people about our show, unless, of course, you don't like our show, and then just keep quiet, okay, would you?
Yes.
Mail at aroundtheboard.net is one way to get a hold of us. You can also find us on our Facebook group, and we will see you around the board.
Hey, I started an Instagram account too.
There you go.
Did you?
So follow us on Instagram.
Look, there's a good game from Thunderworks you guys need to play.
Are you on that Talk Tack? Talk Tack?
Cape May, baby.
Took Tack?
0 plays so far, but I still own it.
Cartoons? Maybe the best kids cartoon right here.
0 plays. Do you know if you like it yet or not?
Don't know. It looks like it's one I would like. That's why I've hung on to it. It just needs to get played.